guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video all about traveling to Walt Disney World in large groups. Today I have 5 tips for you. So as you may know, as you've probably seen in some of the Disney vlogs, there were a lot of us on this last trip. So I talked about it in my trip announcement video. So basically it was me and Ethan, my now fiance, both of my parents, my sister, Alex, her worker, Megan, Ethan's parents, and Ethan's brother, so that's 9. And then 2 of the days, my friend Haley joined us, so that was 10. So I'm not going to say I've never traveled in a group that large because I did go with my high school when I was in grade 11. So that was a lot of people, but it's a little bit different when you're like planning for the immediate group and you don't have a set, there was an itinerary for us that was done through like a travel agent type thing when we went to school, but this was the biggest group I've been with that I've planned for. So let's get to the tips. So these are kind of like not in any particular order, just 5 tips. So number 1, someone needs to be a planner. Like you cannot go, well, you can't go to Disney World without having a plan, but you definitely can't go to Disney World in a large group without a plan. As you probably guessed, I was the planner. So I made all of the dining reservations, the Fast Pass Plus reservations, picked like which park we were going to be at what day. I do have blog posts about those things, so I've linked them in the coordinating blog post, which I will put a link to down below. But I kind of made sure that everything was taken care of. I took input from people. 4 of the people that we had been with, had gone with, have never been there before, so they didn't really know. They were kind of just like, you just pick whatever you want and we'll go with the plan, whatever that plan is. So I took that and ran. I enjoyed planning. Part of what gets me really excited for Disney is planning and thinking about like, ooh, on this day we're gonna do this and on this day we're gonna do this. It's just like how I get excited. So that is definitely something that needs to happen. And if one person kind of is in charge of all the reservations or has all of the information, so like they can help kind of guide and get everybody in the right place at the right time, it's really helpful to have. Number 2, make sure to set the expectations for the group. Like, I don't want to be like mean in saying that, but like I definitely was like, this is what we're doing on this day and this is what we're doing on this day, so that everybody kind of knew what to expect and kind of knew the plan. I didn't like say we're going from here to here to here to here to here, because I knew that that wasn't necessarily all going to happen because we were in such a large group. It definitely took a lot longer to get places with so many people, that was something I didn't expect. So we'd be like on our way to, say, Be Our Guest. We had a lunch reservation there, and we'd like go a little bit and then you kind of lose some people, and so you'd pull over to the side and stop, and then everybody would catch up, and then you go a little bit further and a little bit further. So definitely takes a long time to get where you're trying to go. So by everyone knowing like a few things we were doing that day, even like just dining reservations and fast pass reservations, like that was easy enough that everybody kind of knew what to expect and could, I guess, like prepare themselves for it. So that really helped. Number 3, it is okay to split up. If you are traveling with like 9 people, that's a lot of people, and that's a lot of like just like people to walk around with. So we didn't really do that until the end of the trip because we were with 4 people who had never been there before. But if you can, like, do it, because it's just gonna make everybody's lives easier. We ended up splitting up maybe like the Friday, which I think was our last full day at Epcot, like, because it was Friday at Food and Wine, like it was getting busy. We were there like in the morning, but by splitting up for a couple hours, it just let everybody do for Food and Wine, like let people try what they wanted to try without having to like herd everybody around the world. Like it just was a lot easier, and once everybody kind of got familiar because we had already been to Epcot, so they kind of knew the general layout. It was easier for everybody. And it allowed you to kind of take a bit of a slower pace. Like, I don't know, I just remember like walking around World Showcase with Ethan, just the two of us, which was really nice. Not that I didn't enjoy traveling with a lot of people, it just kind of like, I guess maybe because I was the planner, it was a little stressful. So it kind of took the stress off of it, because I was like, okay, we know we'll see them in a bit and that'll be fine. And I would probably say that splitting up is probably the most important thing and will like take a lot of stress off of everything. So if you can do that, don't be afraid. Like, especially if you have meals with everybody, you know you're going to be spending time with them. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Number 4, make sure to have a method of communication with everybody. We're from Canada, so we don't want our phones to be roaming when we're in the parks. So we had like Facebook Messenger, iMessenger, WhatsApp, like all of these ways to communicate with everybody. Yes, we were relying on Disney's Wi-Fi, which could be spotty at times, but we made sure that everybody had a way to communicate with everybody. So if like we were meeting and somebody needed, like, was running late, they could let us know. It just helped, and like if we were gonna meet here and then all of a sudden we were meeting here, we could let everybody know, and it just saved our butts, made sure that everybody knew what was going on and everybody could get a hold of everybody. The last thing, number 5, is always pick a meeting time. This just really helps to, again, like kind of set expectations. So if we said we were meeting at 9 in the morning, some people might take a little bit longer to get ready, so they knew they had to plan accordingly because we were meeting and we were going to the parks. This also helped like throughout the day when we split up. Okay, we're going to meet at Frozen Ever After at 2 because our Fast Pass is at 2:10. Stuff like that. It just made everything a lot easier. And just when you have so many people, everybody needs to know what's going on all the time. So even if you have to relay it like 16 times, like to every single person, just it helps keep everybody in the know. I hope you guys enjoyed those tips. I definitely learned a lot from traveling with so many people. And Disney is really great at accommodating large parties. All of our dining reservations were fine. Even like we ate at Teppan Edo in Japan, and like we had a table to ourselves. We actually technically, I think, had more people than normally fit at a table, but they kept us all together and it was fine. Only a little squished. And like for getting on rides and stuff, they kept us together as much as they could. Some of that we got split up because of having a wheelchair. But it was great and we all had a lot of fun. So if you guys have traveled with large groups, or if you have any tips you want to add, don't forget to let me know in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!